The pandemic is not over, but it's a much anticipated step. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz announced a rollback of COVID-19 restrictions on Thursday, saying we can now confidently and safely set out our path back to normal. The reaction to the governor's announcement is, as you would expect, varied. Some saying he's moving too fast, others saying he didn't move fast enough. Here are the key points of the plan. All COVID-19 restrictions on business capacities and gathering sizes will end May 28th. The state's mask mandate also will end when the state hits a 70% vaccination target, or no later than July 1st. Of course, schools are a different story. As kids remain unvaccinated, they will stick to the state's safe learning plan at least through the end of the school year. Walz also addressed why he would lift the mask mandate before younger kids can get vaccinated. The governor says while the risk is still there, he believes it's mitigated as more people spend time outdoors in the summer and as vaccination numbers increase. Nightly protests continue to take place outside the Brooklyn Center police station. Demonstrators want justice after 20-year-old Dante Wright was shot and killed last month by a former Brooklyn Center police officer during a traffic stop. The protests are impacting residents who live near the police station. Reporter Sonia Goins spoke with some of them and gained some interesting perspective.
It's been almost a month since Dante Wright was killed during an arrest by Brooklyn Center Police, and protests are ongoing, impacting residents.
Justice! Now! Justice! Now!
I'm happy that they're still protesting. I thought they were going to stop after the first week because I didn't see as many people out here like it was, but to see them and hear them still protesting and everything, I love it.
Brianna Hicks lives right across from the Brooklyn Center Police Station, which is also ground zero for protests. She says it's inconvenient, but she understands.
I mean, I do have to go around the block to get to my house now.
Can't take no more. Can't take no more.
This was the scene last Sunday when Dante Wright's family led protesters as they marched from the site where he was killed to the police department.
Dante Wright. Dante Wright.
It sounds like hurt. It sounds like they hurt, they angry, you know, they want justice.
Former officer Kim Potter was charged with second-degree manslaughter after she fired her gun, killing Wright. Wright's family wants Potter to face stricter charges.
Until justice is served, it's probably not going to stop no time soon.
Residents say it's pretty calm in the daytime, but things change at night.
They come out here with the lights and be on a loudspeaker and honking the horns and also stopping up traffic. It's difficult.
April McCarran also lives across from the police station and says it's a headache, but she supports the demonstrators.
They want justice. You know, if it was my son, I will fight to the end. So I hope they get their justice.
McCarran says the Wright incident has left a mark on the community that cuts deep into the soul of Black men who believe they too could be Dante Wright.
And my son is now scared of the police officers and stuff. It's crazy.
Brooklyn Center officials recently hosted a community listening session. Mayor Mike Elliott provided CCX News with this statement. In part, it says, "We are heartened to be seeing and hearing both the compassion and the resilience of our residents and business owners as we strive to be accountable to those we serve."
Can't take no more. Can't take no more.
Meanwhile, some residents are calling for the protests to continue.
We're not going to stop until you guys stop. We're not scared. Like, we're going to do what we have to do to just show you that our lives matter. Like, pretty much that's it. Like, we can't let up.
In Brooklyn Center, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
More listening sessions are scheduled. The Brooklyn Center Facebook page will have more information. This week, the union representing Brooklyn Center Police released a letter addressed to the Brooklyn Center community. In it, Acting President Chuck Veloz says police officers are grieving for the family of Dante Wright and for Officer Kim Potter, saying, quote, "It is impossible for me to grasp the overwhelming emotional burden of taking a life after dedicating your career to protecting life." The letter went on to ask protesters to stop using racial slurs against Black and brown officers of the Brooklyn Center Police Department and said union members are willing to participate in any community discussion that is permitted by the city. The pandemic has created a significant demand for mental health services. A New Hope nonprofit has experienced that demand. On Thursday, U.S. Senator Tina Smith stopped by People Incorporated in New Hope, which serves people throughout the Twin Cities with mental illness. The nonprofit has experienced a particular need in providing mental health services for children.
So what the CARES Act funding did was allow them to continue to keep providers on staff, to be able to continue to offer services, even though they, again, paradoxically, experienced a decline in enrollment at the same time that they had greater need.
That we'll be able to keep them financially stable in their employment. So it means a great deal to us to keep our valuable staff protected during this time.
Senator Smith says she will be working on 3 pieces of mental health legislation that includes supporting school-based counseling, addressing a shortage of mental health professionals, and improving reimbursement for mental health services. And finally, this segment, how did Albert Einstein get into a musical? We'll leave Neil Persley to explain.
Cooper High School is back on stage this spring with the musical Theory of Relativity.
I really enjoy theater and I really enjoy getting to act and sing and stuff like that. So getting to do this show when we haven't been on stage for like over a year is really nice.
Zoe Morris pretty much echoes the sentiments of all the seniors.
I haven't been on stage since fall of last year. So I'm really excited to get back on the stage, even if it is for my last performance.
Theory of Relativity is about human relationships.
The gist of the show would probably be just kind of like an overlying theme of human connectivity.
All like different individuals with different like personalities and different dynamics intermersing and like connecting with each other. It's pretty cool.
The Theory of Relativity is on stage at Cooper High School Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, May 6th through May 8th, with showtimes at 7 p.m. In New Hope, Neil Persley, CCX News.